Did you know that the majority of workplace accidents are completely avoidable with the right conversations? If you're struggling to keep your team engaged during Toolbox talks or unsure what topics will actually make a difference, stick around. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how to turn a boring meeting into a life-saving moment, literally. Toolbox talks don't have to feel like a chore. The right topic can grab attention, spark action, and keep your team safe every single day. Let me show you how to find the subjects that matter most, complete with real examples your team can use right away. Step 1. The topics must be uniquely relevant to your team. To make an impact, the topics need to connect with your team's day-to-day work. For instance, if your crew is working in construction, talks about ladder safety or fall prevention are critical. In an office, ergonomics and fire drills might be more relevant. The goal is to address real hazards your team faces daily. If it doesn't feel applicable, they'll tune out, so keep it real and keep it useful. Step 2. Look at the tasks your team performs. Are they operating heavy machinery like forklifts or cranes? Then a talk on proper operation and maintenance is essential. For example, cover how to inspect a forklift for leaks or tire damage before each use. Or, if your team works with hand tools, a toolbox talk on using the right tool for the job could prevent injuries. For example, using a screwdriver as a makeshift chisel. That's an accident just waiting to happen. Step 3. Think about where your team works. In an office, you might discuss the importance of proper chair height or taking breaks to avoid strain. If you're outdoors, like on a construction site, a talk on heat stress during summer or rain-related hazards is a must. For example, during rainy weather, discuss the dangers of slipping on wet surfaces or how to properly store materials to avoid water damage. These talks can help your team adapt to their environment. Step 4. Evaluating tools and equipment. Every team uses tools, and if those tools aren't handled correctly, accidents happen. A great Toolbox talk topic is tool maintenance. For example, remind your team to check power tool cords for fraying or wear. A damaged cord could mean electrocution or equipment failure. You can also focus on personal protective equipment. Discuss why gloves, goggles, or helmets are critical for certain tasks. Safety reminders go a very long way. This is why doing consistent digital safety toolbox talks at least 3 to 4 times per week is extremely important. A study conducted by the Associated Builders and Contractors in 2020 found that daily safety toolbox talks can lead to a remarkable 82% reduction in total recordable incident rates compared to those conducted monthly. The study shows that the frequency of toolbox talks directly correlates with incident rates. Consistent safety toolbox talks lead to less accidents. It's that simple. Which is why many companies this year are using Safleo to create and schedule these talks weeks and months in advance. So your team will be consistently reminded of the job hazards and safety protocols. You can even use Safleo's Toolbox Talk Library that comes with hundreds of text-based and video-based toolbox talks that covers any industry. The Toolbox Talk app makes it easy for your employees and supervisors to consume safety talks from their own mobile devices and acknowledge its completion at the click of a button. All completed safety talks are tracked, and the data can be exported and available for use. To learn more, just click the link in the description of this video to request a quick demo. The thing is, safety knowledge is power, and the more information gathered consistently shared with your team, the better prepared and safer they will be. Step 5. Addressing recent incidents. Sometimes the best topics come from recent incidents or near misses. Let's say someone slipped in a wet hallway last week. Use that as an opportunity to talk about keeping walkways clear and using proper signage for spills. It turns a mistake into a learning moment. Or maybe there was a minor tool malfunction. Talk about the importance of reporting damaged equipment right away. Real examples stick with people. Step 6. Use seasonal and site-specific considerations. Seasons and site conditions change, and so do the risks. In winter, toolbox talks might cover icy walkways or how to dress warmly to avoid hypothermia. In summer, focus on staying hydrated and recognizing the signs of heat exhaustion. Site-specific risks matter too. For example, if you're working near water, talk about flotation devices and water rescue plans. If you're near traffic, review high-visibility clothing and spotter roles. Step 7. Encourage team input. Here's the secret to picking the best topics. Ask your team. They're the ones out there doing the work, and they know the risks better than anyone. For example, someone might suggest a talk on managing fatigue during overtime shifts, or another might point out hazards from improperly stored materials. When your team feels heard, they'll engage more in the talks and take the lessons seriously. Toolbox talks are more than just a meeting. They're your chance to keep your team safe, prepared, and confident. Focusing on tasks, tools, and real-world examples, you can create talks that actually make an impact. And don't forget, the frequency of your safety talks matters. Regular Toolbox talks lower your job site incident rates. So, click the link below to request a quick demo and see how SafeLeo can have you set up an entire year of Toolbox talks, fully automated.